Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now, everybody. Oh. Well, I guess it actually happened. Fucking Phil has another interview. And expectedly, it was breathtakingly mediocre. I heard, like, the first half was decent, and then the second half just sucked. Which is one more half than I expected to be good. I mean, all of these you have to kind of go in with, like, you're better off just expecting the worst. Or the worst, rather. Every once in a while you'll be surprised. Like, I remember at the side-scrollers interview, people were like, oh, it's gonna be softball, it's gonna suck. But goddamn, they fucking knocked it out of the park. It wasn't even just like them. It was really Phil just fucking constantly giving himself more and more rope. Too bad it wasn't literal. And then the thing when he tried to expose the Kino Casino and Review Tech was having absolutely none of it and just fucking ripped into him, saw through all the bullshit. I mean, I guess it takes a bullshitter to know a bullshitter.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Anyways, we'll get into this now. Let's speed this up a little bit. Starting off is just going to be Phil's ugly mug, but eventually Asmongold's ugly mug will be added as well.
Here, and let's see if I can get him full screen. Here I am. I guess it's just going to be me full screen, which is fine. And if you want to see Asmongold and his handsome face, you can watch him on his end. I'm sure he...
Which is so fucking retarded. Like, bro, why would you not set it up to get the most viewership possible? Like, ugh. Whatever, it's just Phil we're talking about here. Hope you all do have a drink. Just give a fair warning, let our purchase a nothing burger. Well, I bet. And welcome, Casper.
Hey now. Hey now.
If it really sucks, then I'll just fucking dump out and play some Mark Raiders. Probably not in stream, though, because I still haven't ironed out all the bugs and kinks or whatever.
He's going to have way more viewers than I am. There you go.
That is what it is.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you? I've seen your videos on and off for the last 10 years.
Wow.
And now I'm
And you haven't killed yourself yet.
What?
talking to you. That's odd.
10 freaking years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That you know, you've been watching this stuff for that long. Now, hold on a second. Hold on. When you say you've been watching my videos,
yep,
are you
you're right,
actually
you're right.
watching my videos? Or are you watching the detractor videos? That's the
I'm
question.
watching videos of you.
Okay. By the way, everyone, how is the audio, everybody? I just want to make sure.
Wait to, like, say, are you watching my show? Are you watching my detractor shit? Like, why would you open up like that? Like, I mean, I get what he's going at, but the proper way to do it would be like, well, have you been watching my videos or watching stuff about me? Like, don't mention detractors, because Asmongold says, oh, I've watched videos with you in them. But obviously, Phil has never had the gift of gab or diplomacy.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Everyone can hear good. Is it all good, everyone in the chat here? Can you guys hear Asmon fine? I want to make sure everything's good. Looks like the... Yes. Okay, we're good. Excellent. Okay, no problems. Okay.
Did I get that much noise?
All right, so you've been watching me for 10 years.
Yes, on and off.
That's my fucking top here.
So the question, I guess my question for you is, overall, after watching me for 10 years, what is your impression? Because
You're an asshole.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I hear things all the time, but I hear it from a very isolated group. And I'm curious, as someone who's been an outsider.
A very isolated person is hearing it from a very isolated group.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
They're watching this kind of content. Like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the videos that I see, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a few of them, right? And a lot of people have opinions about the way that you stream, and especially about the way that you finance your streams.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a lot of people asking about this. Before we get into that, we got to get something straight.
Okay.
Can I just say it? Can I just is it all right if I
Oh, please call him gay.
just like we just talk like straight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
Oh, what's all that fucking feedback? You hear that? You hear like that like low level buzzing? That's not from me. Oh, maybe it is. Holy shit. Hold on a second. What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here. No, welcome, Rowdy. I just have a technical issue here. Excuse me. Okay, hopefully that's better now. Hey now, hey now. Hey now. Okay, so I think the issue was that like it was actually using 2 microphones. Because I was hearing like a level of buzzing. I'm like, oh god, their audio is awful. And I'm like, oh, no retard, it's your own audio. I think we've resolved it now. I apologize.
whenever you went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off, you got suspended, right?
No. No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube, and nothing happened at all. I had 0 repercussions for it because it wasn't. There was no nudity. There was no sound. It was just my O face, basically.
Right, of course. And so, why don't you stream on Twitch?
Fuck.
It's a good question.
I mean,
so
wouldn't you just make more money? Like, I mean, you're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. Like, I mean, at least on Twitch, like, because here's the way I see it, right? Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But, like, if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because, like, you're going to get, like, fucking super chats, maybe, or, like, a subscription. But that's about it, right?
No, I mean, I get ad revenue on every stream that I do on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like
it were a video play.
Yeah, I was about to say,
like Twitch pays way more.
Twitch pays way more for ads.
They still do. They still do. If you're not like me, like for me, I like talking about politics, and so I get paid about 3 cents a day. But if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars. I mean, if you get enough viewers. Yeah.
Well, I did stream on Twitch for a while.
Why'd you stop?
And well, I stopped in 2021 because
This should be fucking good. And fucking, I tweeted him. I tweeted Asmongold and said like, hey, if you're going to talk about him leaving Twitch, watch my video, because, I mean, let's face it, it's a fucking good video about what happened. It's pretty much the only video, as far as I'm aware, about what happened. But the tweet didn't get a lot of traction, so maybe he didn't see it. And also, I sent it like yesterday. That's on me. I only thought of it yesterday. Like, not for clout. I was just like, hey, you should look at this. But let's see Phil lie about this.
My detractors in 2021 actually put together this package of stuff that was like clips of me from over a decade before. So when I started, you know, I've been streaming since 2008. Okay, well, not streaming, excuse me. I've been a YouTuber since 2008. And back then, it was the Wild West, and everyone said and did whatever they wanted to try to get like shock value out of the audience. You know, back then my audience was all teenagers, so I'm doing like over-the-top sexualized dialogue about women's tits in the video game all the time, and I'm doing racial commentary, like racial jokes and stuff like that.
Racial commentary? That's an interesting term.
Yeah, I did that a couple days ago.
Well,
I did that a couple of days ago.
There you go. See, I did it 15 years ago, and people found it back then funny. Today, they find it offensive.
No, they don't.
And so, well, you're right, but at the same time,
you got to bring those back.
Culture aspect.
Yeah, no, there are annoying Karens on the internet that are like that. You're right. No, it's true. And in 2008, they were not on the internet, and now they are.
That's right.
Yes. So
in 2021, my detractors put together this package of like clips from 2010. You know, there's
literally 0 evidence that this happened. What he's talking about, there is 0 fucking evidence.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
One time I did a little demo playthrough of a game called Dead Space 2. You probably have heard of it.
Yes.
And I made Nazi jokes. Terrible, right? But I made Nazi jokes. So they take that, and then they take a comment about me saying something, something racial about Asians or something, and it's all like 15 years old. And they sent it to everyone. They sent it to...
There's literally like hour-long compilations of him making shitty Asian racist jokes. I showed it to my Chinese wife, and she was like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, even she couldn't believe that this guy was getting away with that shit.
Teespring I had a partnership with. They sent it to the Twitch partner program team. They sent it to everyone. And in 2021 context, all these teams looked at this and said, oh, this guy's a horrible racist bigot. And like overnight in like 2021, I got kicked out of everything. I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. I got kicked off Teespring. I got kicked off of every one of these.
You got kicked off Teespring because no one was buying your shit. No one bought it for so fucking long that they said, why the fuck are we letting this guy take up our server space with his shit that nobody wants?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Good lord. God, I hope Asmongold... I guess the chat is somewhat blocking it. Hold on, let's move this. I'll put this over here. That's a good idea. So we can keep Asmongold's reactions. He's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Pop-up services, you know how you get pop-ups on your stream for contributions? They all canceled me. They all said, oh, you're offensive, you're canceled. And I'm like, for what? Like, what did I do? And they'd be like, oh, well, you said hateful things. What did I say? Because I haven't done this kind of content since like 2010.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you talking about? And Twitch specifically, their lawyers wrote me back and said, oh, we actually don't have any legal obligation to say what you did wrong. And we're actually not going to tell you what you did wrong at all. If you want to reapply for the partner program, come back in a year, but too bad.
Okay.
And I was like, how could I ever improve my content, make sure that I'm in line with your platform's terms of service if you don't tell me what I actually did wrong? And their attitude was, we don't care. Too bad. And I was like, all right, well, I'll see if I can still make some money streaming on Twitch even without the partner program. So for about another month, I was streaming on Twitch, and I was just trying to take in like tips and content.
I'm sorry. He did not bring this up at all during that 1 month where he stayed on Twitch after he got demonetized. He is absolutely full of shit. Either he's full of shit about hearing from the lawyers, or he conveniently like didn't put that in. All he said was that he got a generic identity verification email. That's all he got, according to him. I should fucking know. I'm literally the guy who made the documentary video that got over 450,000 views on YouTube about it.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Contributions and stuff like that. One day I'm streaming the game Returnal. You remember that game?
Yes.
And you remember how high action that game was. Like there's shit.
It was very, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. Yeah.
Very frenetic. So in the middle of me playing it, I'm reading something off the screen, and I get attacked from the side, and I'm like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. And I like got tongue-tied.
Did you accidentally say the N-word?
No. It sounded almost like I did, but I definitely didn't say it because I was reading the screen. You could see what I was actually trying to say when I got.
Yes, stationary. Actually, let's go and pull the. Let's look at exactly what he said, because we fucking can. Give me 1 second here. Fuck is this? Hold on. Fuck me, give me a second here. Yeah, let's see. Whoops. Fuck me, I'm fucking on retard mode today.
When stationary, negative
75%.
Oh.
Green at the time.
When stationary, negative 75%.
Racist. Oh, whoops.
Really
That's what fucking happened. One more time.
Oh, green at the time.
And shout out to Ann for actually clipping this back in the day, before his channel got yeeted.
When stationary, negative 75%.
Racist. Oh, whoops.
Really
I added the whoopsie part. But yeah, that's literally what happened right there.
got interrupted.
Yeah.
And they suspended me. And I'm like, how could you suspend me? I didn't do anything. Oh, well, you said the N-word. I was like, no, I didn't. Watch it back. Within an hour, they unsuspended me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to stream on a platform where, number one, at any moment, you're going to accuse me of being like a hateful bigot.
Yeah.
But then you won't justify what you're saying. You won't even send me evidence of me doing anything wrong, violating your terms. And you take away my ability to monetize my streams. That's number one. And then on top of that, even if I tried to survive and make a living otherwise, like, okay, I'll just take tips or whatever, then you're going to suspend me on a whim for something I literally didn't do because my trolls flagged the stream. And at that point, I said, I don't want to be here anymore. And I stepped away. And ever since, I've been a full-time YouTube streamer. And for the last year, I've also co-streamed on Kick. And that's how I make my living. So I don't want to be on Twitch. I don't want to be on a place that's unprofessional. And at a moment's notice, they're going to cancel me when I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to be honest.
But literally, they unsuspended you. It wasn't like 1 hour, but it was like 2 hours. Have you ever seen that happen on YouTube, by the way? Like, how often have you seen where someone gets like kicked off, DMCA'd, whatever you want to say, and they reach out for like the official things for like the YouTube support, whatever, and fuck all happens, and then they go and they reach out to YouTube support, and then thousands of people start bombarding YouTube support with like things like, hey, what the fuck? And only then will they respond. Meanwhile, Twitch responded in like 2 hours. And like, and to be fair, yeah, he didn't say the N-word. If you just watch it, yeah, it's clear. Oh, okay, he got tongue-tied. Like, if anything, Twitch should have been, or rather, he should have seen it as like, oh, wow, Twitch is actually the good guys here, because they saw what bullshit it was. I mean, look, I'm not saying he didn't deserve to get kicked off of Twitch or demonetized, whatever, but I'm still going to call it as I see it. I'm going to call a spade, no pun intended. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have gotten booted off or gotten in trouble for that. He got tongue-tied. That was very obvious. And of course, people were going to go and, flag him and get nailed. But again, they resolved it in like literally like 2 hours.
So, like, do you think that you were a victim of cancel culture?
What?
What?
You know he's going to say yes.
I was a victim of a group of people on the internet who really don't like me taking advantage of cancel culture.
Well,
that's what it was, because Twitch didn't give a shit.
I think
Twitch
that's kind of based. It is. I mean,
oh, Jesus Christ. He's just fucking with him now.
Now, I mean, things have changed a lot since then. 2021 was a different universe, as I'm sure that you know.
What? Good Lord. Ugh.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Christ, my thumbnail was right. Just a bunch of retards.
But so you're talking about, I know that some of my viewers might not be familiar with this. You're talking about this term detractors. Can you expand on that?
Oh, this should be good.
So there's a difference between an internet troll and a detractor. Okay, internet troll is just someone who like wants to make fun of you, razz you every once in a while. You know, a detractor is someone who is like absolutely dedicated to your downfall.
Okay.
Someone who spends untold amounts of time watching and stalking your content, trying to nitpick, trying to find flaws in your character so that then they can highlight them and try to make you look bad for personal gain. That's what I consider
So do you think that they really want you to fail, or they just want to, like, I think that they want to keep you down, but they don't want you to fail, because if it's like kind of like harvesting a crop in a way, right? Because like if they
yeah, that's why they're called lol cows. You milk it for content.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
By the way, I do apologize. The microphone is overmodulating. Let me try to adjust that a little bit. Sorry, all these technical issues. Hopefully that'll make it a bit better. Although now I'm a bit lower in the mix. Hold on. Okay, hopefully that dealt with it.
totally get rid of your content, then as you said, they're not going to make any fucking money. So they want you to succeed, but just in a very, very limited way, right?
I would say to some extent you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that is their game. The problem is it's not necessarily the people making the content that's the problem. It's
Right.
the people that watch their content.
Oh.
They don't understand the context
So
of the
I'm the
content,
problem.
And then they come after me. Oh, no, not you. I'm saying like some of their like diehard fans
Yeah.
have done some pretty fucked up stuff to me and my family. And not just me. I'm talking anyone who's considered a lolcow on the internet or
Yes.
whatever. The
I love that. And my family. Yeah, I'm sure Jasper has dealt with a lot of hatred in his life.
extent that these people go, they don't understand that, okay, this is all a joke. Let's make fun of them. Let's make some money on it. Listen, that goes hand in hand. I get that. But if then you're going to try to go out of your way to get me to lose my livelihood completely, you're actually going to try to harass people in real life, to try to stalk people in real life. That's when it gets crazy.
So
that's when you.
It's kind of like it's kind of like professional wrestling, right? Where it's like some people like they understand that it's kind of a joke and it's for fun, and you know, like there's like tongue-in-cheek humor to it. But there's some people that take it too far.
I would.
You kind of lost me there, Asmon, but or whatever. So Phil wants to do another tractor. Well, yeah, I mean, Phil knows this as well as, you know, all these little cause. Like, if all the detractor channels went away, he would totally suffer from it. Like, and that's one of the big complaints about detractors, because people are like, if you really don't like him, if you want him to fail, stop talking about him. Let him just go away. And there is a bit of truth to that. I mean, like, and you could argue with like me, it's like, hey, Beliefs, what are you doing? You're giving him, I mean, like, well, first of all, it's like, we got like fucking less than like 10 people here. Like, I'm not giving this guy like a major platform. I'm just pointing and laughing at this point. You know what I mean? Like, this is like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Like, yesterday, I had an awful day. Look at this. I literally cut off part of my finger on a mandolin. I was trying to make a nice dinner for my family, and I fucked up, and I sliced off like this much of my finger. Awful day. Anyways, fast forward, like a couple hours later, I've been to the hospital, other shit going on. I'm in a shit mood. I pop on the Mystery Science Theater 3000 shorts feed. By the way, Mystery MST3K on YouTube is fucking great. Whole bunch of stuff. I mean, assuming you like Mystery Science Theater, but they have a bunch of like dedicated stuff, like whether it's the marathons, just a regular feed, monster movies, Gamera movies, but yeah, the shorts. And there's one that I remember watching when I was like a kid, not even like a kid, like a teenager. It's a thing, it's called Young Man's Fancy, and I tweeted about it. But it's one of the best shorts ever. They just rip it apart. And like, that's what I view this like. It's just like, you know, making joke comments and having fun. But of course, there are always people who take it too far. But even those who don't, he views it the same way. Whether it's someone who's like me, who's just pointing and laughing with just like a couple of people, versus like some denthead in like Tevin's chat. I'm not throwing shade at Tevin. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's always like, you know, the loose screw on these channels every once in a while who's like, oh yeah, fuck him, and then does go too far, and then reaches out, like whether it's Subaru Man or the fucking guy who gave Duty like the picture of the luggage in front of his house and all that crap. Medicare, good job pointing 11 DSP when used to be interesting. Right, yeah. Like this shit we're doing, no problem with it. Well, obviously I have no problem with it. I'm fucking do it. But the point is, it's like, yeah, pointing and laughing, that's fine. But when you engage, when you touch the poop, like, no, don't do that. Like, even like with like Wrestling Otaku, he has put out some breathtakingly retarded takes on things, whether it's wrestling, women, whatever. I will point and laugh, you know, constantly. But in terms of me, like, actually engaging with him, hell no. Of course, if he were to see my thing and then like call me out, it's like, well, okay, you started it. Like, you know, it's like they say in Top Gun, do not fire until fired upon. That's how I take it.
Agree with that statement. Yes.
And while we're on the topic of wrestling, there has been.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead. Preface it.
I just want.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to preface it. Actually, I want to say something different. Actually, before we start. Because here's the problem, which you may not be aware of.
Right.
Okay. By the way, I want to thank you for giving me this platform, being able to speak with you today, because you have a ridiculous amount of
Platform. Okay.
viewership, and this is awesome that I get to actually talk with you and say my piece and all this.
Sure.
So thank you for that.
Of course.
FYI, I'm in a unique situation. I have so many detractors, okay? That when you react to my stuff, you watch a detractor video or whatever, you might think, hey, well, this is cool. I'm giving Phil the rub, right? I'm watching some of Phil's content today. Maybe some people will head over and check him out or whatever. And that's a positive outcome from you watching my content.
Yes.
Everyone needs to.
The problem here,
Like, you should not be hearing
that's
this.
not the case, because
That's me
my
putting down my
detractors
cup.
every single day live restream my streams illegally. Okay, it's not like they're adding commentary or criticism. They're just live restreaming just to say, hey, watch it over here so Phil doesn't make any money or get any attention. They steal my content. Right now, they're ripping this video, and they will have it on their channel before I can have it live on mine. So the problem is, you watch the content, and they say, oh, DSP, let me go find them. And they go to YouTube, they type in DSP, and all they get in the search is my detractor.
It's about you being an idiot, basically, right?
They can never find
You
my
being
channel.
an idiot.
Like, there was a case in point earlier this year. There was a guy in the fighting game community. He had heard one of my takes on the recent Street Fighter game, and he responded to it. But he couldn't find my actual content. He only found the detractor clips that looked like shit. You know, they were all fuzzy and shit.
Right.
And he's like, I want to talk to Phil. Can anyone tell me what his real channel is? And no one could. No one could even tell him my real channel.
So, well, I just searched DSP myself. So DSP tries it Memeology 101. Is this your main channel? Okay, that's not your main channel. Okay, let's scroll down. How
Wait,
about
did any
Raw
of mine
Phil?
come
Is
up?
that your main
I'm
channel?
curious.
Nope.
That's-
He's my number
okay.
one thief.
Okay, well, here's another one. I even recognize this name, Duty Streams. This one also isn't your main channel either, right?
Nope. These are all my detractors.
Okay, all right. Mighty D. This isn't you, is it?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Robust Urban Garlic. All right. This is again not you. All
I
right.
don't think so.
So I think that you're actually right about this. I don't. Where the Snort Burnell? Snort Burnell. That's you. No.
Well, I do snort sometimes on the stream, but no, that's not my channel. Sadly.
Sometimes.
So you okay? So you snorted before on the stream, and this is this has got to be Photoshop. Yeah. Okay. That one's Photoshop. All right. It looks like my hair, not yours.
Okay.
And
so could I
ahead.
actually tell people my channel so if they want to check it out, they have an opportunity?
you know
if they have
what?
a chance?
I mean, we're not going to find it here, so I think you have to.
Okay. My main channel where I stream every single
Yeah.
day, well, almost every day. It's usually around 5 to 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What the
youtube.com/DSP.
I've actually, their channel, Robust Urban Garden. It's not garden, it's garlic. It's popped up on my feed a couple of times, but I guess my thing. Although, actually, now that I think about it, for a while, my video came up high up when you searched DSP, but I'm sure after it got fucking ad restricted, that it threw it way down in the algorithm. But whatever, it is what it is. No, I've actually seen a bunch of robust urban. Like, I haven't watched the videos, but YouTube will just because like I have a couple of YouTube accounts. I have obviously this one, Your Beliefs, which is like all locale stuff, and then I have like my personal one, which is my old Google account, which is from like over 15 years ago, which is like the stuff that I like to like watch and support because it's a premium account. So I like to give them ad revenue. Well, not even ad revenue, but like when people say that premium is better for creators, it really is, because it actually breaks it down within the YouTube creator thing. You do get more money from premium subscribers than you do regular ones. You know, just people who just watch the ads. The issue is most people now are just blocking the ads. I mean, I honestly don't care. I don't care if everyone watches my stuff with an ad blocker on. I don't blame you. I mean, not that I will go and overload my videos with ads. Like, if you even watch my fundraiser video, I only put ads in front of all the chapters. So that would mean there's like 6 or 7 ads in an hour-long video. I think that's more than reasonable. But obviously with Phil, he puts them in like every 3-5 minutes from what I've read.
Gaming, okay? My channel is so old, you don't need the @ symbol to find it. It's actually hard-coded DSP Gaming. It's been around for 15 plus years. And there's tons of content. I mean, this thing is like a repository of ridiculous amounts of game playthroughs that I've done. I do have another channel that's DSP Reacts. That one is @DSP Reacts. That one I don't use that much. I do fast food reviews on there. So if you want to check that out, you can. But it's DSP Gaming is where you can find me. So if anyone's watching this, hey, I just want to give...
Sorry. Good thing I put the fucking foam thing on here, even though I know it's not for a spit guard. Can Arby's say Thanksgiving? Good fucking lord.
the guy a look. Please actually watch the real channel, because then you'll actually see the content. You know, it'll be nice instead of just the detractors getting a rub.
Okay, all right. So, so basically, these detractors have completely taken over your YouTube algorithm, and now nobody actually watches you. Like, you're a well-known figure on the internet, but nobody actually watches you.
Well-known. That's a term, I guess.
You're right. Right now, more people are watching the restreams of my stream than my stream.
How did this happen?
How did this
combination
happen?
of factors. The big one that actually sunk my channel was that in 2015, this is 10 years ago,
Yeah.
a detractor hit me with a whole bunch of false copyright strikes. And this is when the copyright strike thing was really abusable. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a partner with Machinima Network back then, and they had a meeting with YouTube about it. And YouTube says to Machinima, Phil needs to delete any videos on his channel where these detractors could actually hit him with a false copyright strike. Does that make any sense?
welcome,
So-
Valentine.
Hey now,
It is
hey
ridiculous,
now.
number one. It's crazy. But, so do you claim the ad revenue from any of these detractor videos?
No, I can't.
Why
There's
not?
no way to do that.
Yes, you can.
The only,
Do you want me to show you
have
how?
To have,
There's a
Whoa,
way to
hold
do
on.
it.
Are you saying it's automated through YouTube, or are you saying through a network?
Well, I mean, you could do either way. If you claim the content as your own, like all the time, we get revenue claims all the time.
Right.
And so,
Oh, yeah.
like, you could theoretically be taking all of their money and then having them, because, like, you know, like I see there's something called the King's tax, right?
Yes.
Right. And what is the King's tax? That's where
It's-
people give you
the-
money,
the
right?
wording is a
Hey
joke.
now,
It's just
hey
the
now.
support goal that I
It's
have
where
for
people
each
give you
stream.
money. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, wouldn't that be a good thing if you extended that into real life?
Oh, hey, if you could show me what you're explaining or what you're suggesting,
Sure.
I would very much like to give it a look.
Sure.
For me, the only thing I have on my dashboard, I have a copyright match section, and it shows who's, stolen your content, but that's not a claim. That's just to take it down with a copyright strike. I see nothing anywhere in my YouTube dashboard for claiming anything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's definitely an option to be able to do that, and it's very often used, especially by media companies and other companies that syndicate their
Right.
content. It's very common, and I have it happen to me all the time. And so, yeah, I think there's a possibility of you being able to do that. Whenever I was asking about the detractors, why do you think that you have detractors?
Okay, hold on. I need to take a sip before I jump into this. Yeah, I do know some people were getting mad at Asmongold for bringing this up. I mean, the fact of the matter is, he's probably not going to do it right. And even if you do get claimed, you can still dispute it, right? And then it's going to go to like a back and forth thing. Like, if he started claiming my shit, then fine, I'll just go on Twitch. Like, I don't care. Or even he can still go and claim it. I don't get any fucking ad revenue. The ad revenue I get on these things is like fucking minimal. Like, if you want to support, give me a super chat, give me a tip. Actually, I prefer a super chat. Hint, hint, hint. Whatever. But I mean, like, point is that like claiming ad revenue on detractor shit, you're either going to have people who are going to fight you tooth and nail for it, which you're not going to win anyways, or you're going to have people who are going to be like, fine, I don't care. It's like, oh, you're going to get $2 off of my thing. It's like no one's going to care. Welcome. Why is the thing coming up with, like, is it just me, or is the YouTube stuff coming up weird? Like, I'm not getting, like, channel names. I'm getting, like, the ads. Like, should it be displaying like that? I've had a couple of drinks. I haven't had that many. It feels like it's showing channel names and not display names. You know what I mean? But anyways, welcome.
Hey now, hey now.
But yeah, like he's gonna lose either way. Either he's gonna be fought tooth and nail, or he's gonna get like fucking $2 of ad revenue over a year. You know what I mean? So it's like, why even fucking bother? It's just gonna make you look bad.
See, there's a million
Okay, so Phil, why do you have detractors? Please enlighten us.
reasons why. And listen, I'm not going
Are any of them your fault?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say.
Oh!
I was going to say, there's no way that I'm going to say it's never my fault or
Okay.
it's not my fault. this all started back in around 2011 and 2012.
All right.
Okay, so for a little bit of history lesson, I started on YouTube in 2008.
Yeah.
I started doing this for a living in 2011. And at one point, I was actually one of the bigger, not the biggest, but one of the bigger Let's Players on YouTube. Okay, I was getting 10 to 20 million views a month on my main channel at that time.
Okay.
And what happened was, I thought I got too big in my own head. I got a big ego. Okay, I thought my
Understandable.
my content's the best.
Understandable.
It's the best playthroughs out there. And people started to throw me criticism and like, Phil, dude, it's 2011. You're not even doing direct capture. You're using a camera to record your TV. What are you, stupid? Like, you're making money. Why don't you go get a capture device? Why don't you do this and do that to improve? And I was very stubborn. I basically would always like clap back and argue, and I'd be like, no, my content's good as it is. I know I like to do it the way I do it. I'm not going to listen to any criticism or whatever.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is one person made a video called "This Is How You Don't Play," and I'm sure you've seen some of these. You've been watching.
I've seen
Tractor content.
Yeah.
So the original one, I believe, was Metal Gear Solid 2, and this video was just a montage of me sucking at the game. Every stupid thing I did, every mistake I made, every dumb piece of commentary I said, all thrown into one. It was a very entertaining video. People loved it, and it got like 1 million views on YouTube. So me being very stupid and big-headed back then.
Yes.
Did I respond positively and be like, wow, that's great. Maybe I should buy into this. Maybe I'll make my own videos razzing myself or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm an idiot. I'm a big-headed, stubborn idiot. And instead, I start, like, getting pissed at the guy. I start insulting him, saying he's stealing my content. He did that without my permission.
You fucking DMCA'd him. You used Machinima to try to DMCA him, and then he fought back, and they lost, and you look like a fucking retard.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Aren't you doing that now? Weren't you just doing that now? Like, because the detractors, you're saying that they were re-uploading your content and they're doing the same thing? Because you just said that like maybe 10 minutes ago.
You're right. And the difference is today, they're doing absolutely nothing transformative whatsoever.
Okay.
They are literally just stealing the content and like that Raw Phil channel you just mentioned.
Yeah.
All he does is rip my shit plain and just puts it on his channel.
Right.
He's not making a criticism. He's not reviewing my content. He's just fucking stealing it.
Okay.
That's the difference between today and back then. Back then, this is how you don't play. 100% today in context, it's a great video. It's totally a transformative work. He had the right to make it. But now I've grown and I understand that. Back then I was an asshole. Okay, so I basically
Back then, it's like that Mitch Hedfield joke. I used to do drugs. I still do them, but I used to do them as well.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
came across to the internet
Salud,
as this
by the way.
elitist asshole. I'm better than you. I know what I'm doing. And I became the butt of everyone's joke. All of a sudden, it was more fun to laugh at Phil than with Phil. And
yeah, there's
so
a
this big
yeah.
movement started.
So
That's
it was
how
a
it
move.
began.
It was a movement against you, and so you think that you kind of egg this on by just kind of being a, I guess like oppositional to what people would say and having an ego, etc. That's pretty much how it happened.
Absolutely. It's that beginning portion of that was my fault, 100%.
So what about now though? Like, why do they? Because like I've seen a number of these videos, and I'll admit it does seem like you ask for money a lot.
Is it just me, or does Asmongold kind of look like Weird Al Yankovic? Am I the only one who thinks that? He looks a lot, or acts a lot like Weird Al.
It seems like you do it a lot. Like, so, because like, for example...
Here's the thing.
Well, like,
Okay, go ahead.
So there was a donation goal for you to wear a hat.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes.
So, go, please, continue.
Continue
You can
what?
expand
Yes,
on
there was
that.
a donation
Yeah,
goal.
but to continue what? Like, I'm not even trying to decide with Phil here. It's like, Asmon, what's your point?
Okay, expand. So how does that work, right? How much money was it? What kind of hat was it? Was the chat able to decide it? How does
Yes.
a hat goal work?
I had tiered rewards for a few years there. I'd say 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
Probably, where every stream I would have, like, if I hit a certain threshold of support, I would put on a hat of your choice. I would put on a vest of your choice. The vest
I
is
am
a big
considering.
one.
Oh, okay.
Weird Al is coming to my area next year. But, guys, hint, hint, hint. I need that money. I need it to be able to go to the concert. We'll do the concert goal.
What? Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
For a long time, I was hitting a goal and I would put on a vest and people freaked out
Yeah.
because I had like 10 different vests that I would put on during the stream. The running joke was, when you go tune into one of these booby streamers, right? You give them money and they're
Yeah.
gonna take clothes off. They're gonna jump in a hot tub. Well, DSP does it the other way. You give me money, I'm gonna put shit on.
Okay, all right, I like that. Sounds
You're
good.
paying
Makes
me
sense.
to cover up.
So the DSP's vest streak comes to a miserable end. This is from 5 years ago. So you've been doing these vest streaks for a while.
The vest streak was when the vest started, which was early that year, and it lasted like maybe 4 or 5 months. Then after
Yeah.
that, it was just an ongoing thing that I would do. We didn't always hit a goal, and I didn't always do that. Like I wouldn't always put on a vest, or it would only be if I hit a goal of support for a stream or something like that. Just a silly thing to do with the viewers. And that I would say
Yeah,
that was
I
until
might go to the Weird Al concert. Actually, holy shit. Hey, thanks for the membership there, that part. I know money's tough for everyone nowadays, so I greatly appreciate it. The money for the show, thank you. Well, also, I'm considering I want to get the VIP thing because then you get to meet them, and I want to be like, you know, like, hey, bro, you've been a fucking major influence, and like, I mean, I got two. I mean, I have more than two, but like two that were hits, you know, song parodies, and they were kind of followed the Weird Al formula of like high production value and also staying true to the original song, to where you can go and, you know, like you can put both together, you know what I mean? Because there's other like song parodies I've seen where you know, like the parody has almost no relationship to the original song, which I'm not trying to like gatekeep or whatever, but I still believe that it's better to have elements of the original in the parody as well. So if you actually compare like my parodies to the originals, you'll see a bunch of crossover. Like it's not just, oh, shoehorning in random lyrics with like a thing or whatever. Right, yeah, the permission thing. Yeah, because I remember I was describing Weird Al to one of my kids, and they were like, or she was like, well, how does he get away with that? Is that legal? And then I said, well, technically, or like, I know I just said like how they'll go and, you know, technically he could just do it. Like there's no monetary claim that the artist can make because it's protected by parody. But Weird Al will ask permission, and then if he gets it, he goes and he gives him a writing credit, because then at least you have a story to where, I think it was when he did Eat It for Michael Jackson, and he got like a gold record for it. And since he gave Michael a co-writing credit, he also got a record, or a golden record. And he said how he went over to like his house to give him the record, and it's just like a fucking wall covered with all the golden albums or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, here's another one. Meanwhile, Al had like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 at the time, and by that time Michael Jackson had like easily over a dozen. But I would just like to, you know, get the VIP thing and just be like, you know, like, hey man, I followed your thing and I've actually made a couple of parodies. I know, like, I won't be able to share them with him or whatever, but I'm sure as a artist, it's nice to hear someone say like, hey, you inspired me and I followed your formula and I got some success from it. I didn't get any monetary success because YouTube sucks. But I mean, even to have people like say, hey, this is great, whatever. I even have people on like Discord be like, hey, you're the, you know, extra cheese guy. And I'm like, you got me.
about a year and a half ago is probably when I stopped doing it.
Why'd you stop?
So
How much
I got
longer
tired
of
of it.
this?
It was just stupid.
You
Like
ran
it
out of
got to
S?
the point where it's old and it's just,
321.
you know, it's played out. It was silly for a while, but then a lot of the times you have people come to the stream and the only reason they're there is because, oh, can we get the vest goal today? Well, that's not really why I'm
Speed this up a
streaming.
bit.
So it is
You know,
like an
I'm
e-girl.
streaming what's that?
It is like an e-girl. They're there to see if she's going to wear the bikini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in some ways, you're absolutely right. I would say so. Yeah, it was the opposite thing, but yeah, it was kind of like that. And I got tired of it. I don't want to do that. I want to be making streams where people are showing up because they like the
I actually have another parody that's almost, it's like 95% written for a cornet, I mean. And then I need to record it. I might just do it myself because the song that I'm doing is, I don't think I need to hire someone for it. Like, it's like the vocal work isn't like that complicated as opposed to like the first one, where Natalie, I mean, she fucking knocked out the park and made it her, you know, her own thing. And then the second one, you know, I mean, if you're doing the Diana Ross and Supremes, my voice can't fucking do anything with that. You gotta hire someone, you know, for that. But the new one that I want to do, I think I can pull it off myself. But just, it's been so fucking busy. Like, I just don't have time. Like, legit, I don't have fucking time. I mean, this weekend, I was, like, doing a bunch of, like, shit around the house and driving people around. And then, even when I try to get a little bit of free time, I'm like, okay, I'll make dinner, and then I'll relax a bit in the evening, and then as I'm making dinner, cut off part of my finger, and then, you know, and then like 3 hours later, I'm in bed after taking a bunch of vodka shots, just trying to feel better.
Content I'm doing, whether it's the game playthrough or just hanging out with me, a podcast, whatever it is. I don't want them to be here to see if I'm putting on a vest today. I think that's stupid.
So it was that the vest content was too popular.
At one point, like, you're talking about the vest streak?
Yeah.
There were entire streams where, like, the entire chat is like, is he gonna hit the goal?
Right.
Is it the vest? The vest. I was like, guys, I'm playing a game. Can we, like, fucking talk about the game I'm playing over here? Like, I'm tired of this shit.
There's tons of girls that are like that on Twitch too. No, it's very common. And you know, people you know, objectify you, and they're not there for the game. They're there for you, and it's weird. And you know, absolutely. So what about the hat then? Do you still do the hat goals?
No, that's all. Like I said,
wow.
I phased all that stuff out. In fact, just this last year, since people still bring it up from time to time, on Independence Day, I did a stupid event called Indivestance Day, where if we hit milestones of support again, we put on a hat and a vest again. It was like a throwback. And I said, you guys want to do it once a year? We'll do it once a year as a silly celebration. But you know, I'm past doing that stuff.
So you decided, so you've divested from the vest streams. I think that's probably a good idea. So now, basically, instead of paying you to put on a vest, what do they pay you for now? Just for nothing?
Just to support the stream, because they like the content and they want to see you continue. Here's the difference, though. And again, this is the people that used to criticize me. They had a fair point, and now I think things have changed. Right.
Got something to show you. Well, I might as well pull this up here. Why not? I know, PPP. Just eye warning here, because it's gonna go from dark mode to light mode. Ah! Okay, I'll read it. This may be the biggest W of DSP's life. Asmongold actually bowed down to pick Gnosis. Phil beginning Wales and be a regular guest on Asmongold. Phil won. Amazing win, Phil. The bitch was weak of mind and you slayed and broke him with sire. King shit. Why is the timing so fucked? Why does it say 9:55? It's 6:52 where I am. Oh, well, whatever.
Actually, can you see me on camera? Like,
I can see you, yes.
Okay,
with the turkey in the background,
yeah, as you can see, I put some money into my set recently. I upgraded everything. The camera's now nice HD quality and everything. Before that, I was in a lot of financial problems. I couldn't really afford to do anything that was high quality. So I was always the guy who made a living streaming, but his stream looked like shit, right?
Right, yeah.
So now, people have seen in the last year and a half, people started supporting me in droves. I was like, I'm going to show you, if you actually support me,
Yeah, I know, like, I know this probably isn't on the level of, like, side scrollers or the, when you tried to snake Kino with ReviewTech, and ReviewTech was like, no, fuck this, and just started fucking needling him, like, over and over for like an hour until he finally got booted.
I'm gonna do the things that I wanted to do. I'm gonna get a better mic. I'm gonna get better headphones. I'm gonna upgrade my set. I got 2 PCs now.
Literally no one cared about the audio quality of the stream, well, except that it was low, but that wasn't an equipment issue, that was a fucking operator issue.
So I could pump out, high quality gameplay and do these streams, co-stream and all that. We're talking about upgrading again later this week. I'm gonna look at Black Friday deals and possibly, like, upgrade my desk and stuff like that. But that's the thing, like, people like the content enough that they want to support it. It's not about, I want to see him put on a vest anymore. I just like Phil and I want his content to continue and to improve.
So they just give you money because they like you, basically.
You lying sack of shit!
They like the content, and some of them I'm sure like me too.
All right, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And so you've done this for a long time. You said you're in financial troubles. How's your financial situation now? Are you comfortable talking about that, or is that something you don't really talk about on stream?
I'm not going to talk about anything specific because sadly with these people, how obsessed they are with me.
Yes.
If I give them a single piece of information, they'll try to find a way to data mine.
You're the one who fucking throws it out there, you retard.
And find out shit. They've gotten into accounts of mine before. They've been really messed up stuff, okay?
Well,
but in general, today I am way better off than I have been in a very, very long time. I even said to everyone just the other day, it looks like this year is probably the best year financially that I've had in over a decade.
Wow.
Like, no lie.
All right, well, that's pretty good. So speaking of accounts and everything, there's been a lot of people that looked into a WWE wrestling gotcha game account, and they think that it's your account. I think the name of it, if I remember correctly, because I saw the video on it, I'll admit, was called Down from the Rafters. Is this something that you did?
Yes. Well, I'll tell the whole story for you.
Go ahead.
Right, this way,
all right,
the audience will hear it and actually get the real story.
Oh, you mean just like side scrollers got the story? Who else has gotten the real story about Down from the Rafters and WWE Champions? I'm pretty sure like a detractor could easily go and just cut up all the things every time he's actually talked about WWE Champions and show the inconsistency between all the stories.
So, yeah, WWE Champions is one of many mobile games that I've played over the years. Okay, I actually played some before, like WWE Supercard. That was another one that I spent a lot of money on.
How much?
And this is in Supercard, I don't know. See, the thing is, I've never added it together. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'll
Like
just say that right now.
thousands
Okay?
could be 400,000. It could be 3,000.
It's definitely not 400,000. That's for sure.
But like,
I would
if you had to give a guess.
You know, I would have nothing if I spent $400,000 on these games.
Okay.
Okay. But you know, yeah, it's definitely thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know. I never sit down and look and add it together or anything like that.
If you had to guess.
But if you really want me to guess,
I want you to guess.
Yes.
All right, to be okay, let's put it in
Yes.
perspective. When I used to play WWE Supercard,
Yeah.
okay, to even get the reward at the end of the event, to complete the event, you had to spend something like $700.
So they made you
I'm
spend
not
money.
kidding. You had to. What do you mean they made me? No, I chose to spend.
Okay,
money.
okay,
No,
all right, good.
that's my-
All right, because I've seen some gacha games, right? Like, you get some people in that Genshin Impact game, they think that they're in love with the characters, so you can never be sure. All right, go ahead, continue.
No, I chose to spend the money, and you know
Okay.
it's bad. You know, yes, at one point,
What's that meme? Dur. Hey, retard, stop it. Ha ha ha. I was only pretending to be a retard. It's like, no, they didn't force me. I just chose to do the retarded thing. Okay, I don't see how that makes you look any better. I mean, obviously, yes, he chose to do it, but why would you emphasize that point? Oh, they didn't force me. Just be like, whatever. I mean, like, me, myself, I don't have a number because I even tried to look it up, but I spent somewhere between, I would say, $1,000 and $2,000, was admittedly on the lower end, on getting from all the time, and this is like over like 4 years, 3 to 4 years of playing Overwatch. I spent a bunch of money on loot boxes, and that's even on top of me like grinding to go and get them. So as a result, though, I built up like, I have a bunch of skins. I don't play Overwatch anymore, unfortunately, because the game just, I fell off of it. But I feel no need. Like, I know like it's free to play and they're pushing all the like new skins and shit, but since all this shit transferred over from 1 to 2, I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I have like almost everyone, the characters who I would main as or would want to play as, has like half dozen to a dozen skins. But I will just go and say, like, that's the most I've spent. Yeah, it's probably the most I've spent in any game in terms of microtransactions. He has spent like more than some people's yearly salaries on these fucking games, whether it's Supercard or WWE Champions or like whatever. It's like, just think about that. More than like yearly salaries. And everyone always points like WWE Champions. Like, that's just one mobile game. And that's the only one that we know that he has been nailed at. I mean, even like Agent Proper, I've referenced it in my fundraiser video, where he went through like a dozen at least of these like fucking microtransaction games, these free-to-play games, mobile games, where he was like flexing how much he was spending on them. And those are just the ones that we know of. Because obviously after time, because the way people knew, because he retweeted them and then they would, you know, search like, you know, DSP Gaming. They call me DSP, Dark Side Phil, this everything. But then as time went on, he probably realized, well, if I put my name on any of these, people are going to start tracking it. So he's probably made a bunch of like whatever names. But so yeah, we can't track them because how the fuck would we be able to figure them out? But he's still obviously pumping a bunch of money into them.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
was way overspending on these games.
Yes.
The only reason that WWE Champions is the one they bring up is because that's the one that they think they had the information. They've got the red-handed. They caught me and all of that.
They got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played WWE Champions. I own an account that was called one thing. I changed the name to Down from the Rafters. I spent a lot of money on it. And then years ago, I sold it. I got rid of it because I couldn't play it anymore because these people were actually harassing me.
You lying sack of shit!
They got me.
That's fucking full of shit, by the way, because this sort of thing too. You are not allowed to change your username on WWE Champions. You can't just like go in and change it. You have to contact support and do it. And it is literally against the rules. It literally says in the rule set, you cannot change your name. But as we all know with many things in life, you know, the golden rule, he who spends the money makes the rules. So obviously, yeah, they looked at this. This guy has spent 5 figures of money on our fucking game, and he's saying, please help me. Of course they're going to fucking help him. Of course they're going to go and bend the rules for him. So like him saying I had to change my name, it's like, yeah, he's leaving out the fact that, yeah, you're not allowed to change your name. Because even look on the subreddit, they say, you know, you can't change your name. And even the rules, you can't change your name. And not only that, Down from the Rafters is a very long name. I mean, think about it. DOWNFROMTHE, we're on 11, RAFTERS. That's almost 20 characters. How many games do you know that you have over 10, let alone 15 characters for your username? Like, there's not a lot of them. I'm not saying they don't exist, but still, like, point being, they obviously bent the rules for him. And don't forget, there was a number of rules, or excuse me, a number of changes. Because remember, he was like, what was it, Gun Show 84? That was one of his things as well. Because remember when someone confronted him on, he was like, what's the gun show? I mean, you can't really see because of my eyes. But like he was, it was obvious, you know, we got him. God, how much longer is this? I apologize. I keep like interrupting here. 326. Fuck me. We made to make this into a 2-part thing.
Kicked out of every faction that I tried to join. They were trying to like data mine fucking Discord servers and shit to figure out if I ever talked to anyone. I had enough.
Yeah.
So I sold it at a ridiculous discount. I just got rid of it. Now to this day.
How much was the?
And by the way, that's fucking illegal, or not illegal, but it's against terms of service. So, and obviously, for an account like his, which was such a whale, fucking Scopely would have seen instantly, very quickly, that like, hey, this doesn't make sense because fucking we have all these transactions tied to this like name or this account, and all of a sudden it's going to another one which doesn't have anything that, like, point being, these companies can easily check if you're fucking around with them. The only way that they would have looked the other way is if a whale had bought the account and was doing like similar like levels of purchases, which is probably unlikely because why the fuck would you do that? Like, if you're already spending a bunch of money, why would you not just go and do that into your own account? Why would you risk bringing in another account knowing you could like just get banned and lose everything? But on the other hand, Scopely could be like, well, obviously this guy has transferred the account, but this other person is spending thousands of dollars a month anyways, so we would be retarded if we canceled it or like banned them or whatever. Like, the point is, he looks bad either way, as in most things with DSP.
Down from the Rafters account, how much money did you spend on that account total? Like, again, just ballpark.
Okay, let's think. I'll try to ballpark. I will.
$10,000.
I would say, well, hold on, because okay, WWE Champions started in 2017. Okay, that's when the game actually began.
8 years.
You couldn't really spend too much money in the early days. It was more like 2-3 years in that they changed it, and then all of a sudden you could start spending a lot of money. And it was about a year and a half that I really.
The fact that he knows this much detail about it, who the fuck knows this? What normal people, like, if you're a minnow or a dolphin, which for those who don't know, because they know the term whales, it's not just whales, there's also minnow and dolphin. Minnow are the people who spend like nothing to, like, let's say $10 a year. Dolphins would be like, let's say $11 to $100 a year. The whales are the people who keep these mobile games afloat. because they can't live off of the Dolphins, or the Minnows and the Dolphins will make up like 85%, 85 to 90% of the user base. But the 10% of the whales, those are the people who keep these games afloat. Hence why they're called whales. Because think about it too. Think about the size difference between a minnow, a dolphin, and a whale.
Spent too much. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I definitely spent, no exaggeration, I probably spent $10,000 on that game. Yeah.
$20,000.
That's a maybe.
$25,000.
Probably not.
$30,000.
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So it's between probably $15,000 and $25,000. That's
Yeah,
pretty accurate. Okay. All right. That's good.
That's fucking full of shit. Hold on.
I just play it because it has wrestlers in it.
Fast forward to January 2020, and Kiwi Farms user did some research and found that Phil was still playing WWE Champions, despite supposedly recently swearing off of mobile games. Based on his ranking and other player data, it was determined that Phil had spent at least $40,000 so far in the game. Keep in mind, this was all during the time that DSP was claiming that he was in massive debt due to his bills and taxes, and had already started his bankruptcy preparations, although nowhere in his bankruptcy filings did he mention WWE Champions. Some of you may be asking yourself, how could someone spend $40,000 on a bejeweled clone game when there's literally hundreds of them available for free on the App Store? We're not going to go over the rest of it, but like, just, again, point being, he's full of shit. Big surprise, I know.
So that's a lot of money to spend on a game like that. And what?
Absolutely.
Why did you decide to play that game instead of like Genshin?
I don't think, actually, no, I take that back. If I really think about it, the game that I've spent the most money on in terms of microtransactions had to have been Rock Band. And I'm talking about for like all of them, like 1 through 3. I don't think I've even spent even $1,000 on actual games. I guess then that would mean that Overwatch is more, but in terms of like the most bang for my buck, like at least I can boot up my Xbox 360 and play all those songs between the things that I imported versus the shit that I just downloaded. Like, what can you really do with like WWE Champions? Like fucking just go against other people. Meanwhile, I can fucking have my wife and my best friend come down. Actually, on my other channel, which I'm not going to lay here, obviously, there's a bunch of stuff of us like just playing Rock Band together. Like me on guitar and my wife or my friend on vocals and shit. Like, fun times. What the fuck can you do with all your fucking JPEGs that you bought?
Impact or Wuthering Waves or Honkai Star Rail? What was? I guess like you're a fan of wrestling.
I was a fan of wrestling. I'd already played WWE Supercard. I got tired of it, and I started moving over to like other games. And for the record,
no, you didn't get tired of it. You got pissed off that they started resetting your progress, pretty much making all your transactions meaningless.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
you know, I do play other mobile games too. It's just that this is the
You
one.
played
These are
Uma
the ones
Musume?
that people focus. What's that?
Have you ever played Uma Musume?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so you're playing all the bad mobile games then.
Uma
Yeah,
what?
Wait, which one is that? Is that the horse racing one?
Yeah, it's the horse game.
I
Oh,
know about it.
okay.
Yeah, I never know. I don't play
Okay.
it. No.
Sorry. I said playing the horse. I mean, we all know what we're all thinking here. Good lord.
All right.
But basically, my detractors, I
Yeah.
guess someone suspected that the account was mine, and they came after me, and for years they harassed me, and for years, admittedly, I lied about it publicly. I just outright lied about it on stream, saying, no, I don't play that game. No, that's not me.
So
Yada,
were
yada,
you
yada.
embarrassed about it?
I was embarrassed about it. At one point, I would
Yeah.
argue I knew I was overspending on it, but I kept doing it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And so why am I talking about this publicly
Well, why are you overspending? Like, Asmon be like, well, why did you spend all this money on it?
on my streams? Well, my streams have nothing to do with this whatsoever. My streams are gameplay playthroughs and, you know, vlogging. There's really no reason at all for me to be talking about this stuff publicly, but it keeps getting brought up like constantly in my content. So
Yeah, I know
you're gonna
that,
get to
yeah.
the point you're I just don't want to talk about it anymore. You know?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, no, I didn't do it. Fuck this. Shut up. You know, I get all angry. And of course, again, kind of similar to 10 years ago with the This Is How You Don't Play thing. Instead of playing it cool, instead of, you know, being calm, I have that angry reaction, and that's what people want, right? That's
Yeah.
the loud cow reaction that you want. And then it just extrapolates, you know, you say no once, well now we have more information that it's probably your account. Now we have more information. Oh my God, this is still coming up. All right. Now, to tell you where we are today.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Like, I'm not trying to just glaze myself here. But, like, let's just bring this back up. Just a reminder.
That I've shown you evidence.
Someone else who just happened to use They Call Me DSP as their username. It was then later revealed that Phil was communicating with his WWE Champions faction on Discord using the same username as he was using in his moderator chat. And when people compared text that he had definitely written with messages written by this other person that Phil claimed wasn't him in a text analyzation program, it came back with a virtually perfect match. Phil tried changing his username multiple times and also switched factions numerous times, but he kept getting found out, eventually ending with him choosing Down from the Rafters as his username. Phil has basically banned anyone from mentioning WWE Champions in his stream chats and will not read shoutouts associated with them, basically creating a Streisand effect. His progress is still being tracked, with people noting that he has been logging in every day for years and that his playtime seems to match up with his gaming breaks. It's safe to say that this controversy has put a damper on Phil's ability to generate more revenue. After all, who wants to give money to someone that is not going to reinvest in their ability to make quality content, but rather will probably spend it on a mobile game? And keep in mind, as stated earlier, there is definitive evidence that Phil has sunk large amounts of money on other gacha mobile games, and WWE Champions is just the one that we are currently aware of. Although there is no direct evidence of this, it is not a stretch to imagine that Phil has been playing other gacha games as well, but has learned from WWE Champions that he should instead use a completely unknown alias, which he may be doing, in spite of... Okay, yeah, well, back to the thing here.
Yes.
Okay. I don't play WWE Champions anymore. I quit. I'm done. I haven't played that game.
You lying sack of shit! You
What
lying
did your
sack
wife
of
think about you
shit!
playing the game? How did she
Ooh, this should be good.
feel about you spending that much money?
She knew.
Did,
obviously,
wait,
You
did she
lying
know,
sack
like,
of
if you
shit!
asked, if I were to ask her how much money does she think that you spent on that game, what would the answer, what would the number that she would give you be?
she would probably say like thousands. Is what she would
Yeah,
probably
but like,
say,
we're going back to
lying
this, like,
sack of
okay, so
shit!
probably like, okay. But she'll probably assume that it would be a lot less than what you did spend?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay.
I never told. Again,
So she
I'm
never
not-
got upset about you playing these games or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
You lying
So you
sack
did
of
this,
shit!
and they found out that it was your game, because I saw it. You played, and then after it kind of got exposed and you admitted it, you actually ended up playing the WWE Champions on your stream, right?
Oh, you mean when Jasper was over here and I took a picture, but the... Oh no, you're talking about last year when I actually played the game on stream.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
because
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen you happier than whenever you were playing WWE Champions on stream. Like that's like you were more locked in and excited about that game than like you were you were happier about that than you were about Elden Ring.
Because Elden Ring's all right. But the thing is with the game like that, okay, and with any game that...
Could you imagine comparing fucking... Oh yeah, no, Asmond is completely right. Well, even like, Soul made a video about how he reacted when he was playing Genshin. Like, and not even when he was doing like the actual gameplay of it, like running around and killing things. Like when he was doing the pulls, he was getting like way too much into it. Like it was getting like fucking weird. Like he was all like, well, okay, you can't really see here, but like he was sitting there and like, you know, moving his leg and shit, all nervous and crap. He was getting way too excited for, you know, fucking getting anime chicks.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Has this factor of
Right.
risk reward, right?
Mhm.
Oh, you're gonna do a pull. Are you gonna get the good pull or whatever? You hype it up for that stream. I was way hyping it up because people have been talking about this shit for so
Bullshit.
You lying sack of shit!
long.
Yeah.
Here's my opportunity to take this shit that I've been eating for years and turn it into something positive that my viewers are into and everything. And it worked. You know, there was a few streams there where people
I
were
need to
excited.
step
they were
away for
supporting
a
the stream in
minute.
droves. Hey, do more pulls. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, and here's the truth, it died out after like a month and a half. No one cared about
People
it.
get tired of watching it. Yeah, there's like a novelty to it. No, I've done gotcha games on stream too. I know how it works. Yeah. So you've quit the game now.
Oh yeah, and that's like actually that was what kind of got me realizing this is stupid. Like, it's just waste of time, waste of money.
I feel so bad for that cat. That is such a cute cat too. Jasper's
not just
cute.
Champions, but before that there was Supercard, where
Yeah.
I was kind of addicted, dropping $700 to play in an event. You know, like what the hell am I doing? But I'm out of that now. I don't do that anymore. I don't play that game. I'll be honest, I do play a couple mobile games,
Which
and
ones?
I barely spend on them at all.
Poor cat.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to say because if I
Oh.
do, these people will go harass the account. They'll try
Okay.
to get me banned from the account, and they'll data mine it and do all kinds of fucked up shit. So I definitely am not going to say.
So why do you think they're so mad at you? Why are they so mad?
Trackers.
Yes, and all these viewers, they're very angry.
In general, or in regards to WWE Champions?
Just in general.
No,
So
you
I feel like
idiot.
a lot of these people, like,
It should have said no. the obvious thing is, why are they mad that we champions? Gee, I don't know, because he was fucking crying poverty and being poor over and over, and then you find out he's spending 5 figures at least in a fucking mobile game. I would say everyone has a very good right to be pissed at him.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Okay, I'm actually going to go and step away for a quick minute here. I need to refresh my beverages, but I'll be right back. This will be quick. Get some nice music during the break. I'll have to mute my breaks afterwards. And have some nice copyrighted music to fit the mood.
So you think you're gonna live your life alone, in darkness and seclusion? Yeah, I know. You've been out there and tried to mix with the animals, and it just left you full of humiliated confusion. But the feeling of loneliness never leaves you. It haunts you everywhere you go. And then you meet me, and your whole world changes. Because everything I say is everything you've ever wanted to hear. So you drop your defenses, and you drop all your fears. And you're so busy feeling good that you never question why things are going so well. You wanna know why? 'Cause I'm a liar! Yeah, I'm a liar! I'll tear your mind out! I'll burn your soul! I'll turn you into me! I'll turn you into me! 'Cause I'm a liar! A liar! A liar! A liar! I'll hide behind a smile and understanding eyes. And I'll tell you things that you already know, so you can say, I really identify with you so much. I'll come to you like an affliction, but I'll leave you like an addiction. You'll never forget me. You wanna know why? 'Cause I'm a liar. Yeah, I'm a liar. I'll rip your mind out. I'll burn your soul. I'll turn you into me. I'll turn you into me. 'Cause I'm a liar, a liar. Liar, 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 liar.
Sorry, that's just so fucking appropriate. Okay, let's get back to this mess.
I mean, they really are upset about the fact that you are you. They don't like that.
They don't like me, and
No.
they don't like that I am me. You're right. You're absolutely
So
right.
how, like, what? Why are they so mad?
It's a good question, because if you ask each and every one of them, I think they'll all have an answer, but the answer is just
What?
a meme. And then when you analyze the meme and you're like, well, do you actually know the truth behind what you're saying about Phil?
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, no, it's just what the detractor said. I saw the video. You know? So I would love to
No.
hear, actual people who aren't the detractors who are making this content to profit from it, but actual people who maybe watch their content to say to me, why is it that we don't like Phil so much? Okay, you said you've been watching this stuff
I've
for 10
seen.
years.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my answer. And it's not that I don't like you, by the way. I think you're fine. I think it's funny. I get the. I get it, right? But
Okay.
you ask for money a lot. Like, because like I'll see like there'll be a new video and it'll pop up on my YouTube recommendeds on my smart TV, and it will just show up, and it's like there's a new one like every day, and it's you talking
There's a new one every day.
about people like meeting a sub goal. Kick. Recently there was one about people on Kick that weren't supporting the stream as well, and supporting the stream is giving money. And I feel like it's a very, very common thing. And like, so how many times a day do you think you mention the amount of like people, like something in relation to you receiving money?
It depends. Every time I receive something, I do a shout out. So you could argue that every single time someone contributes, I'm talking about it.
Well, like whenever you make a call, how often do you make a call to action or draw attention to the fact that you can?
A call to action. God, how much longer is this? Fuck me. 38.
Donate money to your stream. Like, what do you
well,
what do you think your ratio is?
Well, what do you
Ratio?
mean? Like, no, just number of mentions? Do you mean the
Yeah,
percentage
like-
of
yeah,
the
like-
actual stream?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Because I stream a lot. I
Yeah.
stream every day from around 11:30 a.m. till around 4 p.m. And then I have
Yeah.
a second stream that starts around like 6:37 and that goes till like 10.
Okay.
Okay, so you're talking about 8 hours of streaming a day.
Yeah.
All right. Every morning when I start, I bring it up. I'll say, oh, here's where we are with our goals for the week, and here's what we're doing today with this and that, and here's how you can contribute. And then during the course of if I'm doing a podcast or whatever, I might bring it up like halfway through the podcast or near the end of the show. If we're near hitting a goal,
Yeah.
Like let's say for example we're at 100. You gotta get my kitty down. It's Jasper, everybody. Jasper.
Oh, there he
Jasper's
is.
fine. Okay, here.
You got
He's
little white
cooking.
feet, yeah. It's fine.
So,
I don't think they mind it. It's okay.
No, everyone loves a cute animal.
Yeah.
So, but let's say for
Or
example,
she
I'm
gets
working close to a goal.
scratched
Oh, we're at
or
100
he
bucks
gets
out of the 150 goal
scratched
for today. I'm gonna bring it up. Say, hey, we're there. We're in the home stretch, guys. Hey, please contribute if you like the content. And now
Sure.
the thing is, I also my audience is here every day. I ham it up sometimes. I do it as a joke. I'll like overly go overboard on purpose, and the audience knows it's a joke. But someone who
Oh, fuck you.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
Give me a break. Like, I'm no fan of review tech, but he had a line one time that was so on point. He was watching some video of like Phil obviously like complaining to his audience for not supporting, and he had a perfect line. He was like, this sounds like a kindergarten teacher yelling at their students. And I was like, you know what? Fucking, what is it? A broken clock is right twice a day. Or the blind squirrel finds a nut. That's exactly what it was. That was so on point.
clips it out of context and throws it out there. Look what Phil did today.
Yeah.
I can't believe the audience is laughing at it. They're having fun with it. They know. I'm
No,
not
they're
serious. They know
not.
that
So
if
they
I
like
made
what you're
100
saying is they like you begging for money.
You
They think
lying
it's funny.
sack
They
of
want-
shit!
do you think that they
lying
want you to
sack
do it?
of shit! You lying
Do
sack
they
of
want me
shit!
to ask for contributions actively?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
But they want me to succeed.
Okay.
They want me to be successful.
lying
For example,
sack of
there was
shit!
a day I actually tested it out.
Uh-huh.
Not once did I ask for a contribution during an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money.
Yes. I made $30.
Well, what's the average
day.
that you make? Well, okay, that's fine. But like, what's the average though? Like,
I would say each stream. Oh wait. What's the average that I try to make a stream?
Yeah.
Or what's the average?
what's the average? A
every
day.
Stream,
Yeah, a day.
I have
Because
a
you said
goal,
you do
each stream that I do, I have a goal of $150, and I stream twice a day.
So you want $300 a day.
I would like that. I don't always get it. I do sometimes, and that's nice when I do.
What's the ratio that you get $300 in a day? Like how like what percent you get it half the time? 20% of the
I would
time?
I would have to analyze. I would say today I actually get it more often than not. Today,
Wow.
like it didn't used to be like that. It used to be a lot worse. And then what happened is in the last year and a half, I admitted to the WWE Champions thing. I apologized for it to everyone for lying over the years. I said, listen, it's in the past. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. As you can see, my money is actually going towards the set. It's going towards the business. It's going towards important things.
Yeah.
I'm out of financial distress thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much. I'm so grateful that my fans are supporting me in this way and allowing me to have kind of like a second chance at life because now things are better. I'm coming out of that tunnel that I was in there.
Yeah.
And there.
Let's just get a little recap of when he did the Twitch fundraiser thing. They're partners. This also means that Phil, in the span of 21 days, thanks to his recent fundraiser, made $11,171, which has also been helped even more by this payment from Twitch. Obviously, we don't know what the amount of this payment was, but if we go by his statement that the money made from Twitch was enough to cover his bills, and if his goal was $3,000, of which $1,303 was raised, then we can add $1,697 to the previous total of $11,171, and then we can assume that Phil has made a grand total of $12,868, which when divided over 21 days, means Phil made approximately $612.76 a day before taxes and fees. Think about that. 12 grand over 3 weeks. 12 grand in 3 weeks.
Thanks for the money, dummies, because that's exactly what you fucking are. A bunch of fucking empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks.
They're coming out and supporting the content because of it, and I'm very grateful for it. But what happens is the detractors clip these moments of and say, "Oh, see, all he does is e-bag all day, and he makes $20 a stream." That's not true at all. I'm actually doing really well for myself. I'm happy with where I am right now.
So if you're doing really well, why do you keep begging?
Because that's how it works. That's the formula.
So it's like basically you
Honestly,
have to keep doing. You think that the more that you ask for money, the more money you get. Or is
Not
there like a
necessarily.
okay? But there's a min-max level of that where it's like you can get at a certain point, you ask the optimum amount of times and you get the optimum amount of money. Is that basically it? There's like a
Again,
ratio.
yes and no, because for me, what I find is it really depends on what I'm doing. Like, I've been around since 2008, right?
Right.
So I have a variety of viewers who come for specific things. Like, I do variety content, complete different kinds of games. So there might be someone who comes by only when I play an RPG, or someone who only comes by when I play an FPS.
Yeah, sure.
If I stand there and I just keep asking
the
that audience
fuck-
over and over, it might not work.
That makes zero sense. It's like, oh, well, Bill's playing an RPG, but I only want to see him play multiplayer games. Like, that makes no sense. Like, how is the experience much different? Like, I can understand, like, for someone like Wings, because when Wings does, like, Call of Duty or Battlefield, it's more of him raging. When he does, like, a single-player game, like Diablo or Elden Ring or a Souls-like, it is a completely different type of stream, because whereas he rages more at the multiplayer games, he'll just say more stupid shit or be more personal on the single player things. So in that regard, okay, I can see the difference. But like with Phil, it's like, no, like it's just him bitching, moaning, and begging for money. It does not matter what he's playing. It is the same thing regardless of what type of game he's playing.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I mean, am I wrong? Please let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. I'd be happy to be corrected.
Or it could be that there's someone who's like, oh crap, that's right, Phil's streaming, and today I want to support him. And
So you're
I
like
didn't,
reminding them to give you money. You're like, oh, they might have forgotten, and it's like, oh shit, I forgot.
They might have forgotten. Hey guys,
Yes,
did
and to be clear, 'cause
you
I see
forget
the
to give
reason
me
you're
money?
Okay, and it's fine, I get it. Did you know
So you
that before I became a
forgot.
full-time streamer in
Please
2017, that
remember.
I was not someone who asked for contributions at all. In fact, I was staunchly against it, and I criticized it.
So why? I mean, I guess so. So like, what happened? So I guess like you had another job.
No.
So you were unemployed.
I was laid off from an office job that I had in 2010.
Okay.
Then I tried to make YouTube my living, and it worked. And that started
Okay.
in 2011. So from 2011 to 2017, the majority of my income was just ad revenue on videos on YouTube. And I wasn't doing streaming where I was asking for subs, asking for memberships, asking for super chats, asking for tips. I did have a Patreon at one point that I was using for like side projects and things. But for the most part,
Well, would you shout out to Patreon?
You still have it.
No, I don't even. I barely use the Patreon anymore. It's like a legacy thing. So it's
Yeah.
not even worth shouting.
So basically, for a long time, you weren't asking for money, but then I guess like so whenever I'm assuming like the way that the timeline you're explaining it to me is, it seems like the reason why you started asking for money was probably because you got demonetized and like your YouTube revenue got fucked up. Is that what I'm assuming?
It wasn't demonetization. It was a combination of factors. I'd already mentioned the copyright strike thing
Yeah.
in 2015. So my channel was always one of the highest ranked gaming channels on YouTube for a long time. And then in 2015, I got hit with all these false copyright strikes. Machinima/YouTube told me to delete a bunch of videos. So I did. And my channel got thrown right out of the recommended algorithm. Like every fall, I used to call it the hardcore gaming season. All the big AAA games come out in the fall, right? And so I get a giant
Yeah,
boost
he
of
mentions
views.
2017.
That year, I was removed.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to like laze myself. I'm just bringing like shit up here. This was a video Tipster made, and this was in 2017.
For years has participated in what is referred to as e-begging, where he was constantly trying to persuade his audience to donate to him to help him pay his bills and to help him keep streaming on Twitch.
Button. I'm gonna do this or
Look at
that or whatever.
September
right?
1st, 2017.
But they get labeled as e-beggars, and I'm gonna tell you why they get labeled as e-beggars. Because people like DSP Gaming. If you've never seen a DSP Gaming stream before, this guy is constantly begging for money. This guy's like, hey
This is
man,
2017.
I gotta pay my bills, I've
This is
got all
almost
these
a
bills, and I've
decade
got so
ago.
much debt, and blah 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 blah. And it's like he makes it his fans' responsibility to pay his bills. What the fuck, dude? Like, I don't understand why it is your fans' responsibility to pay your bills. Why can't you be a mature fucking adult? I don't understand that. He's always begging people to give him bits because, like, I need more bits. You got to give me more bits because if I don't get more bits, then I'm not going to be able to pay my fucking bills. And we got this Patreon goal, and we have to meet the Patreon goal because if we don't meet the fucking Patreon goal, then I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. And you gotta give me PayPal donations because the thing about bits is I don't get the bits right away, or I don't get the subs right away. So if you don't give me PayPal donations, I can't get the money right away, and then I won't be able to pay my fucking bills. Dude. It is not your fans' responsibility to pay your fucking bills.
Again, the broken clock is right twice a day. Tipster has had a bunch of retarded takes, but that wasn't one of them.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
From the algorithm, I had no additional viewers whatsoever in the fall. It was like flat. And so my revenue tanked. And I struggled for about 2 years there to try to stay afloat, still just trying to do ad revenue. I couldn't do it. It just continued this plateau, and I couldn't get any views from the algorithm anymore. It was kind of like my legacy viewers kept watching me, and that was it. So then I became a full-time live streamer in 2017, and then I started with the whole, the e-begging, whatever you want to call it, and I've been successful doing that for quite a while now.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, $300 a day is a lot of money. I mean, your channel, the DSP gaming channel, was in 2010, and you said you were uploading since 2008. So where was the original channel?
The original channel is just called Dark Side Phil.
And
that's really primitive stuff. That's old stuff. That's my original content, just camera. I wasn't even on camera in that content. You know, it was just kind of like recording my screen with a camera. Those are my oldest playthroughs.
Is that channel still active?
It is active. It's not even monetized. It's just legacy content if you want to go check it out. It's like 2.5 years where I did it as a hobby. I started before you could monetize gameplay videos. You couldn't even make $1 on a gameplay video. So I had passion for it. I liked doing it as a hobby for 2.5 years. And then in 2010, I said, I want to kind of do it a little bit more seriously. That Dark Side Phil channel had gotten a false copyright strike, and I said, let me start fresh. I'll make a new channel. So I did, and that's when DSP Gaming started in 2010.
Well, there was an accusation like people had that like you told people to click ads, and that's one of the reasons why you had your ad revenue taken away. Did you do that?
So here's the story. Okay. 2009, I did my first face reveal video. Okay.
Like Dream.
And all right, not exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
But similar, like people never thought that I would look like this. They thought, they always say my voice doesn't match the body. Like my voice, like I look different than I sound, I guess, right? So they were like shocked or whatever. Now, keep in mind back then, I was not making any money doing any of this. I didn't have monetized videos, but people liked my content. I've been doing it for just about a year.
We had to make this a
Can you
two-parter,
play this game?
folks.
Can you get this console? Can you do this? And I was like, well, I can't monetize my gameplay videos, but what I could do is do like a vlogging channel and see if I can get that into the YouTube partner program. And it worked. It did. Like I got it monetized. And all I was doing over there was a few vlogs every week. I think this is when I actually started the DSP Tries It series, where I started like taste testing food and stuff like that. You know, it was just like try anything, because I could monetize that channel, make a few extra bucks. Didn't make a lot of money, but hey, every buck counts when this is your hobby.
A bunch of those videos, by the way, ended up getting deleted. Like, it took the detractors to go and archive them. Like, I'm pretty sure he got rid of all the poorly cooking with the kings, didn't he? Hold on, let's just yeah, this is going to have to be a two-part stream. I apologize, folks. The Act-Man refuses to play Black Ops 7. Oh, wow, you're really brave there, Act-Man. Oops. Yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, all the thing is the returns, but the originals... Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, hold on, what the fuck is this? Okay, so 9 years ago... 11 years ago. Hold on a second.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poorly Cooking with the King. And today what we're going to do is an unprecedented event. Today's the very first time where I...
What the fuck? Poorly Cooking King with the... What the fuck kind of a logo is this? Okay, but this isn't part of the... Oh, Jesus Christ, look how fucking cluttered this place is. Yeah, we're going to make this a two-part event. I apologize for anyone who wants to see the whole thing, but given the viewer count and such, I'm thinking people are tuning out, so I'm gonna probably split this up at 8 o'clock.
And you're just trying to buy games and finance, you know, your hobby. So I did the face reveal video. In the video, I brought up, hey, you know, I don't make any money on the gameplay, but if you were to go over to the vlogging channel and watch the videos and click the ads, it would help me out. Yeah, I actively said that. 100%. It's in black and white. You can see it right now. It wasn't like intentional. Like at that point, I didn't even know that that was a problem. Okay. Now here's where the narrative's broken, because my detractors will say, well, that's why you had all these financial problems, because you lost your monetization on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I lost my monetization on YouTube in December of 2010. That video was put up in like early to mid 2009. It had nothing to do with that video at all. Okay. Here's what really happened.
Okay.
I was working a full-time office job, and that was my real income. That's where I was paying my mortgage with and everything. Okay. I got laid off in October 2010, and there was no other jobs like in that sector. Like basically the economy.
Well, that was during the 2008 recession. Yeah, of course.
It was a recession, right? I was like, dude, I just bought a condo, and I'm like, how am I gonna pay my mortgage? I don't have a job. What am I gonna do? Go get 2-3 part-time jobs, you know?
Sure.
So I said, all right, guys.
That's fucking retarded, by the way. There were plenty of things available. I mean, look, I'm not gonna knock the guy. I mean, if you had told me, because I lost a job, was it 2010? Yeah, I lost my job in 2010 because my employer, I didn't get laid off. my employer, and Scott, that's your name, you're a fucking cunt, and I literally hope you and your entire family die in a fire. Well, actually, no. Your kids, I hope, live, but you and your fucking leather-faced wife, I hope you all die in a fire. But other than that, like, if you had told me back then, hey, you could make more money than you made in that job, 6+ figures, just playing video games uploading to YouTube, fuck yeah, I would have signed up onto that. But I didn't because, well, A, no one told me, and probably wouldn't have been able to see because I wasn't the same type of, you know, fucking crazy guy like Phil. But, like, yeah, I can understand jumping on that thing. But at the same time, it's like, I would have at least been cognizant enough to realize, well, I should also have a backup plan as well. Not put all my eggs in the easy basket here. But of course, he went and he did that. And we all saw what happened as a result.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure this out, but in the meantime, I'm going to double down on vlogging. I'm going to make a whole bunch of vlogs because that's the content that's monetized. I still, even in 2010, you couldn't monetize gameplay yet. So I'm like, please, you know, let's go watch my content over there. And in 1 month, I went from making like $500 on ad revenue to like $15,000. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're making $15,000 a month at some point.
Yes, that was in 2010, late 2010. Now, this is
Did you put any of that away, Phil?
the personal AdSense through YouTube.
So you were balling. Okay, that's pretty good.
And then the next month, I made $18,000.
Wow.
And YouTube said, there's something wrong here. How can this guy overnight go from making $500 to $13,000 to $18,000? This doesn't make sense. And they suspended my AdSense account and said, we think that there's invalid clicking activity. We think that you have people who are going to your ads and just going crazy on them because they feel bad for you because you lost your job.
So
it's
kind of like the vest thing, right? Where like everybody wanted, and the vest thing was so popular that you had to stop it. And it's the same thing with YouTube. That like it's a suffering from success. You came up too fast and they weren't ready for it.
In that case, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Is people felt that back then I was like the underdog. Everyone liked my content and wanted to support me because I lost my job, and they went overboard. And I lost my AdSense at that time.
Yes.
Later on, years later, I got it unsuspended and everything after a time period had passed. But that's when I ended up having to go get partnered with another company like Machinima to make revenue on YouTube again.
Mm-hmm.
But you still told people to go and do it. Maybe they wouldn't have done it had you not told them to fucking do it. It's like, oh, what happened months later? That doesn't fucking mean anything. You retard. Your story would only make sense if the times didn't match up. Like, if they had done it before you told them to do it, then your story would have more validity. But they did it after. It doesn't matter. It was a couple of months afterwards. And by the way, you did it fucking twice. There's 2 incidents of you saying to go and click on it. There was the one early on where you told people to click on it, and then the other one where you knew that you were not supposed to say that, and you literally said, I can't say what you got to do, but do it. I mean, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but just point being, it happened twice. Like, there's the obvious click on the ads thing, and that's what he's referencing, but there was another one where he literally said, like, he tried to be, like, all coy about it, and then said, like, well, I can't tell you what you got to do, but you know what you got to do.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
So, okay, so all that happened, and now, like, are you getting ad revenue on YouTube and everything is fine, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so everything's totally okay. There's no issues anymore. And so well, if I understand this, so like, okay, so you were not asking for money because you were getting ad revenue, and now you're getting ad revenue still, and you still ask for money. Is it just because it's not as much as it used to be? Is that pretty much it? Like, would there ever be, like, theoretically, right, if you got $15,000 a month now, because, like, also, do you increase the amount of money that you try to get per year, like, based off of inflation? Because I saw a video of, like, you asking for $300, and this was, like, 2 years ago. It's gone up a lot since then, right? So, like, it should be, like, $315.
No, I mean, it's all just like kind of an arbitrary thing. I'm not sitting here with a calculator trying to figure out exactly what should be made, what does. I've tried different amounts.
How long have you done the $300 goal?
Probably all this year.
Well, it was 2 years ago, right? I mean, it was 2 years ago, and so I mean, like, when did you start doing it?
The $300 goal?
Yeah.
Like 2 streams of 150. That was definitely this year. Now,
no, because it says
other things.
Because there's a YouTube video with a title that says that you've been doing it 2 years ago. So
well,
is the YouTube video lying? Okay.
No, I've changed the amounts over the year. Sometimes it was 100. There were times that it was 200. It's gone up and down based on what the market will bear, essentially.
So it is for inflation. Okay.
You got to test it. You got to see what people are willing to support with. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for the record, you're talking about the ad revenue thing. Do I have ad revenue right now? Yes, I do. Is it anywhere near what I used to make? Absolutely not. The ad revenue has tanked because my views are way low because everyone steals my content.
Yeah.
So I don't get a lot of views on my content anymore. My own content.
Yeah. It's just people stealing your views as opposed to I don't know, people just not wanting to watch your shit.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Because everyone knows DSP. Everyone watches DSP. They just don't watch DSP on DSP Gaming. They watch it everywhere else. So I don't make anything when you watch me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the ad revenue is kind of it's nice to have a little bit of side income, but that's nothing like what it used to be. Back then, we're talking 10 years ago, everyone watched DSP on DSP Gaming. I was making 10,000, 20,000 views on a gameplay video. Just a raw gameplay video, you know? Now I make a few hundred. So it's pretty insane, the decline there, because people rip it right away. They restream it live. They put it on their channel before I even have a chance to get someone to watch it on mine.
I mean, there's a video here, and it has almost 5 million views, and it's about you. Darts from Turkey Tom. It's a this is longer than, I think it might be longer than the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there's a 4-hour documentary from last year from June the King, and I reacted to that whole thing.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, all right. So there's been a lot of these. And, yeah, well, by the way, it should be $325 now if you had started it 2 years ago. That's right. Yeah, so it should be a little bit higher. So if you were making, let's say, $15,000, is there, well, let's just say, is there a number that's like, you know, semi-reasonable that you would get to and you would say, okay, I'm now making this much money on my streams. I don't need to ask people for money anymore. Like, is there ever going to be a universe where you stop asking for money?
That's a good question, but, okay, let's think of this reasonably, right? Like,
what the fuck is that? Toxicity Unleashed? Or Unreached? 250 for you watching. Okay, Toxicast. God, I've never even heard of that channel. But they got over 200 viewers who are watching the thing. That's pretty fucking good.
Cost of living.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Able to be self-sufficient. Okay. No, it's not true. Okay, here's... I said something people have said to me. Listen, I know. People ask me questions like this. One question that they ask me all the time. Phil, right now, let's say you were to win the lotto. Now, let's say you didn't become like insanely wealthy, but let's say you won $10, $20 million. Right?
That's pretty pretty good.
Would you still stream? And the answer that I say, yes, I would still stream. It would be way decreased from what I do now. You know, I wouldn't be doing 6 days a week. Maybe I do 2-3 days a week because I like doing it. But it would basically be my hobby. I would not accept contributions. Or if I accepted contributions, I would donate them all. Because I don't need the money. I'm you know, $20 million.
Oh, fuck you.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
Do nothing, you know? So... that's it. Like, I love what I do. I do it for the passion of doing it. I'm not doing it to sit here and beg all day. I say to my audience all the time, I wish I didn't have to ask you guys for anything. It was awesome back in the day before the channel got screwed up. The views plummeted and the ad revenue plummeted. It was just about playing the games. But now what's happened is I've changed my content. Now I'm a more social streamer. Now a lot of the times it's more about hanging out and having a good time and conversing rather than the game. A lot of the more popular things I do are not necessarily like difficult games. It'll be like a chill game, a game where we're just sitting back and talking and relaxing when I play. You have that social element, and then people say, hey, well, I really liked what we did today. We hung out, we had a good time here. Here's a contribution. As opposed to, you know, oh, here's a video you watched and I made ad revenue on it because you like that I raged in the video. It's like a completely different kind of content, very different component.
So yeah, you have people that like you and they're going to give you money. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's the way streaming generally works. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, and you do exist inside of an ecosystem with other people that are similar to you. Who would you say like kind of has the same type of detractors that you have?
Oh, I mean, you're just talking about the lolcow universe.
Well, I didn't want to use that word, but yeah.
I didn't want to use that word.
But listen, the thing is, I used to be so angry when people called me a lolcow, but now I understand. If you're a lolcow, it's not because of your choice. It's because people have made you a lolcow. Like, they have chosen to try to elicit a kind of reaction from you. They're going to try to get...
What? Okay, hold on.
You go every day on stream, and you're human. You're going to give them that reaction every once in a while. If that's what they want, now you're a lolcow. They got the laugh out of you, right?
Right.
So, like, dude,
that is totally not how it works. Like, okay. By that logic, people could make me a lolcow. But you couldn't. You know why? Because, like, a lolcow, by its nature, someone who is milking for content, there's nothing from me that is, like, milkable. If anything, I'm boring. Or just, like, not very good. As opposed to him, where he's just constantly doing stupid shit. Like, for me, it could just be like, oh, he has some kind of dumb takes, or just whatever. Like, it's... You can't be a lolcow if there's not something there to constantly milk. Like, it can't be a case where everyone, like, the people cannot declare you a lolcow. I mean, the point is that you need to be the one doing it. It's not like, oh, someone can just designate someone lolcow. It doesn't work that way. There's a level of criteria. There's a bunch of criteria that you have to fit. And you hit every single criteria. In fact, you fucking do amazingly well in a bunch of the criteria.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You can call me a loud cow. I don't care.
Okay.
Really, at this point, it's no big fucking deal.
I know.
Oh, fuck you.
You lying sack of shit!
It's like a slur or something, but okay, yeah, no, it's fine.
No.
So,
In truth, unless dude, I'm not gonna get offended at anything.
Yeah,
you
I
say
get
unless
it.
you say
I
I'm
get
a murderer. or
You
something.
lying sack of shit!
as far as I know. Okay, well, what do you think about? I'm gonna give you some names, and I'm curious to get your opinion on some of these guys. What do you think about Wings of Redemption?
Like in general, or
Yeah.
is he similar to me? Like just
Yeah,
in general?
like, would you consider him kind of similar to you?
in the situation that he's in with people who harass him every day,
Yeah.
restream his stuff, steal his stuff, yes, that
Okay.
we are similar in that regard, correct?
What are y'all thinking so far with this interview? I mean, like, it's nowhere near as good as like or in terms of like the self-felting of the side scrollers one. Or the shit show. Well, there wasn't a self-felting as much on the review tech one as, okay, it was a self-fel, but it was more of Rich, like, just seeing through all the bullshit and just needling and attacking him constantly. But it isn't as bad, I would say, as like the Quartering or the Keemstar one. But what do you all think?
Not the content we put out or the issues that people have with us. I think the issues they have with us are completely different. But the fact that they do the same, they try to elicit the response from him, they try to harass him, they try to mess with his income. Yeah, it's similar there.
Okay, well, what about Boogie? Boogie 2988.
Yeah, I don't know, to be frank, I don't know much about him. Like, I know the content he used to make, and I don't know what level of, like, harassment or detractors he's had. I haven't really followed him that well to even really answer that question fairly.
Yeah.
But to my understanding, yes, he's a lolcow. And, he's part of the whole lolcow live universe and all of that they do their content, so.
So what about Low Tier God?
Yeah, he has a community very similar where they data mine his stuff to find things that he's said and done.
The child support,
bad memes, things, the child support joke and all of that.
So you
Yeah,
know about
absolutely.
it even.
Yeah, of course.
Who in the lolcow universe deserves to be in the universe the least?
Okay, probably after he answers, I'm going to call the stream. We're going to have to break this up into 2 parts. Because, quite frankly, I would rather play Arc Raiders and watch wrestling than go through much more of this. We've already been here for nearly 2 hours.
The least?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like,
The truth,
who is
Dude,
the most unfairly treated?
Asmongold, to be honest with you, I don't follow this stuff. I don't. Like, unlike a lot of these people who they get, like, into it because they try to, like, profit from it or ride with it, I try to just stay out of it. I always say, like, there's this big vortex around me. I'm kind of like the eye of the storm, but I don't pay attention to the storm. I'm just trying to do my own thing on stream every day. I want to stay out of the toxic shit. I don't want to try to benefit from the drama.
Right.
I don't even want to talk about that shit on my streams. I don't have to.
Unless there's a big demand for us to watch us all on this one stream here. We want to show you support. Hint, hint, hint.
What? Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Drama streams and shit like that. I
So
just
you don't have
So,
so you don't really start drama with other people. You don't really talk about other people. Like, I've seen a couple of clips of you talking about me, but this is like over the last 3 years, right? So like it's not really that often. And like
it's
especially for
usually
somebody like me.
someone brings you up or
Yeah, of
someone
course.
will bring up an LTG, then I'll respond. But in general, it's a very rare occurrence where I'll just bring up, oh yeah, this asshole today did this, haha, let's laugh at them. Almost never. I would almost never do that. And I don't react to content like that either. Very rarely.
Okay,
Almost
so that's kind of a
never.
good thing, I would say. Have you ever thought about doing that? Like starting like a lolcow podcast or like making more drama videos or anything like that? Or is it just not something that's interesting to you?
Well, first off, I mean, Keemstar wanted me to be part of the lolcow podcast.
What do you think about
before
Keemstar?
It started. I think Keemstar is a smart guy in that he knows how to make content that people will watch and support.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with the content he makes, but that doesn't mean that I have to. Like, I can say, okay, that's not for me, but respect to the guy who actually was successful doing that content, right?
Okay,
I used to be
sure.
a hater. I used to actually hate on that content and be a jerk about it, but now I'm like, why am I going to be a hater?
Who
I shouldn't be a hater.
do you hate?
I think we're gonna end it on that one. That's a good cliffhanger, so to speak. Oh, well, that was interesting. I mean, obviously, we knew he wasn't going to go and like properly grill him because Asmongold has better things to do with his life than to do a bunch of research. Like, if it was a thing like, oh, your beliefs is going to interview DSP, then yeah, I would have a bunch of more shit lined up to go after him with. But that's never going to happen, or any detractors, so, you know, it is what it is. I'll we'll finish this off tomorrow, and then maybe do another thing afterwards. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit too drained to go and do this. And also, I think most of the people kind of ran off for whatever reason, so I'm not gonna go and fucking watch this and talk to a wall. Anyways, if you are still here or watching the replay, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for the muted breaks, but I'm not gonna give Henry Rollins and Save Ferris the couple of cents of ad, not so much that I complain about it, but I just don't want to have like superfluous added ads or whatever. Yeah, no one's watching, so